there is a specific kind of heartbreak that doesn't come from betrayal. It comes from confusion, from loving someone who says they want you, but slowly makes you feel like you're too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too intense. They didn't leave. They didn't cheat. They didn't slam the door. They just never fully arrived. Conversations stay on the surface. Plans remain undefined. Affection feels present, but never anchored. And the hardest part, they might genuinely believe. They are trying. This is the psychology of emotional unavailability. And it doesn't begin in adulthood. It begins much earlier. Emotional unavailability rarely starts in adulthood. It is usually a survival strategy. A child grows up in an environment where vulnerability feels unsafe. Maybe emotions were dismissed. Stop crying, you're too sensitive. You're overreacting. Or worse, feelings were ignored completely. In some homes, love was present, but inconsistent. Warm one moment, distant the next. Affection followed performance. Approval followed perfection. The child adapts. They learn something powerful. Connection is good, but exposure is dangerous. So the brain builds a defense. Stay close, but not too close. Care, but not completely. Desire love, but never depend on it. And that pattern doesn't disappear with age. It just becomes more sophisticated. As adults, emotional unavailability rarely announces itself. It doesn't say, "I'm afraid of intimacy." Instead, it sounds like, "I just need space, I'm not ready. I don't like labels. Let's just see where it goes." And sometimes it hides behind independence. He prides himself on not needing anyone. She says she's fine on her own. But when someone begins to love them deeply, something inside feels threatened. Not because love is unwanted, but because love requires exposure. And exposure feels like risk, so they pull back. Not dramatically, subtly. Text replies slow down, plans become uncertain. Conversations stay intellectual instead of emotional. They may even choose partners who are emotionally unavailable too. That way, no one has to go too deep. It becomes a dance, one person reaching, the other retreating, and both wondering why intimacy feels so unstable for the partner on the other side. The experience can feel confusing because emotional unavailability is not constant rejection. It's inconsistency, warmth, then distance, affection, then withdrawal, and unpredictability creates attachment. The brain begins chasing clarity. If I just love them better, if I prove I'm safe, if I don't ask for too much. But the problem isn't effort, it's fear. Emotional unavailability is rarely about a lack of feeling. It's about a fear of being fully seen, of being known, of being depended on. Because deep down, dependency once felt unsafe. The hopeful part is this: emotional unavailability is learned, and what is learned can be unlearned. But only with awareness, only when someone recognizes that distance has been their protection, not their personality. Healing begins when safety is rebuilt internally, when vulnerability no longer feels like danger, and when connection is no longer confused with loss of control. Not everyone will choose that work, but some do. And when they do, love stops feeling like a threat. It begins to feel like home.